Hello and welcome to this new video, and in this Elementor tutorial we're going to be learning how to create global fonts and colors for our website. And this is going to save us time when we're designing our website and also when we want to edit our website in the future. And also it just keeps our website's brand design perfectly consistent across the entire website. So without wasting time, let's get started. So the first thing that you need to do is to come to site settings by clicking on this icon here, and while you are here you need to come to global colors. Alright, so for the global colors, we have the primary, we have the secondary, we have the text, and then we have the accents. And let me just give you a quick breakdown of all these sections. So primary is going to be for our main actions. Let's say the hero section, the heading for our hero section, we're going to use the primary color for that. And for the secondary, they're going to be for headings, but they're like headings under a particular heading. So let's say we have H2. This secondary color is going to be used for H3 and H4 headings. And then this text is going to be the color for the main text, the body text of our website. And then the accent is going to be something, it's going to be for, let's say buttons, it's going to be for links, or just some specific callouts. All right, so let's get started. For the primary, I'm going to copy the color, which is a blue color. And then for the secondary, we're going to copy this orange color codes. And for the texts, we're going to work with something near black, but it won't be completely black, just to reduce the eye strain. And for the accents, let's just go with, alright, a vibrant and noticeable yellow. So this is what Gemini created for me to work with. And yep, another thing that I need to talk about is this. You see this color code that we have here, this system colors that we have here, is going to work well on a light mode. So what happens when you want to create a dark background, another section that is going to have a dark background? Definitely you cannot put a color blue on, let's say, a black background. The color contrast is not good. So we're going to create custom colors for a dark background. All right, so to do that, we're going to click on add color. And the first thing that I want to create the color for is going to be the primary. Let me just say dark primary. And we're going to give it plain white. And we're going to add another color. We're going to call this one dark secondary. And also we're going to give it plain white. And for our texts, when we have a dark background, because we cannot use dark on dark, it's going to be something close to white. So we're going to use something very close to white. Okay, and I think everything is okay as it is. Okay, before we move on, we're going to create our dark background also. So this is going to be dark background. Okay, and then the color code for the dark background is going to be the color code that we use for these texts. And we're going to paste that right here. So I think we are good to go right now. We're just going to click on save changes. Okay, so we've created our global font, our global colors. The next thing we're going to do is to create our global fonts. So we're going to click on this back arrow, and then we're going to come to global fonts. All right. So this one is a little bit tricky because you have to set the fonts for the desktop version, the mobile version, and the tablet version. So you don't need to even bother about responsiveness when you are designing your website. All you need to do is just focus on padding when you get to that aspect. The global font is going to help you when you're designing a responsive website. Okay, let's get started. Same here, we have the primary, we have the secondary, we have the text, and we have the accents. So for the primary, which is going to be our H2, we're going to click on edit. We're going to click on this pencil icon to edit, and we're going to use Inter for this tutorial. So let me just search for Inter. So this is the fonts we're using, Inter. And the size that we're going to use is, let me just go with 55 pixels. Okay. And the weight is going to be, let's say 800. All right, line heights, let's go with 1, and letter spacing is going to be, let's say, let me go with -4. Okay, so this is looking good. What we need to do is to create, we're going to create the settings for the tablets and the mobile version also. So we're going to come here to click on this icon, and we're going to click on tablets. I think tablets even looks good this same way, but let's just put in the details again. 551, and we have right here we have -4. And lastly, we have the mobile version. For mobile, we're going to reduce the font let's say 45 and 1. And let's just reduce this by 0.5. 0.5. Okay. So that is it about the primary for our font, our primary fonts. Next thing we're going to do is to move on to the secondary. For the secondary, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to select enter, and font size should be around, let's say 50. And we're going to go with bold. Okay. Oh, we're starting from the mobile version. The font should be smaller than 50. Let's go with 45 and 1. Then we can give it 0.5 also. This looks good to me. And let's check for the primary. What did we use for the primary? We used 35. I think this should be around 40 to maintain hierarchy in design. So let's just leave it at 40. Okay, then we come to, let's start with desktop. We'll come to desktop. Let's make this 50 on desktop. And 99, we're going to change this to, we're going to change this to 1. And letter spacing. Okay, let's go with 3.5. All right, 3.5. Desktop. Desktop should also be around 50. We're going to have 1. And we're going to have minus 3.5. All right, so you can play around with these settings to find the sweet spots for your website. But being the fact that this is a tutorial, I'm just going to make things fast and I'm going to move as fast as possible. All right. So for our texts, same thing, we're going to have enter. This is what we're going to do the hard work. So we're going to have enter, and the body is going to be around 16. Okay, we have this one as normal 1, and let's just go with minus 0.5. And same thing is going to, before we move on, desktop, we're going to have 16. We're going to have 1 and minus 0.5. Same thing applies to the mobile, 16, 1, minus 0.5. Okay, so we move on to accents. Same value, 16, we go with normal. We're going to put 1 here and minus 0.5. We come to tablets, 1, minus 0.5, we have 16. Change the font to enter. All right. And for the desktop also, we're going to have 16. We're going to have 1 and we're going to have minus 0.5. Okay. So we can save changes. And if you want to add a custom style, let's say you're going to be using a style that is different from the primary or the secondary or the text and accents, you can click on add style the same way we did for the color. But most of the times this works well for me, so I'm just going to delete it and I'm going to click on save changes. So now let's see how we can use these global fonts and global colors in our design. So we're going to close this tab, and right now we're back at Elementor page editor. All we need to do is to click on this plus icon, and then we're going to add a container. All right, so let's just give this a big padding. Let's give it 200 all around. Okay. All right, and then we'll come to add elements. We're going to drag in heading, and we're going to come back here. We're going to drag in text editor. Come back here. We're going to drag in our button. Okay, so there we have it. Starting with this heading, we're going to click on this pencil icon. We're going to come to style. We're going to come here where you see defaults. Click on it. And since this is our primary heading, we're going to click on primary. And there you have it. Now for the text color, we're going to click on this default also. And then we're going to choose our primary color. And there you have that one also. Same thing, you come to your subheading, come to style. And another typography, we're going to select text because this is our text. And then the text color is going to be this. And for our button, we're going to come to style. And the typography is going to be accent. And our color is going to be text. You can also use accents because it's used for button also, but I feel it looks a little bit harsh. Being the fact that I generated the color palette with AI, so I was not able to create the best color for myself, but let's just go with what Gemini created for us. So this is it. And when we move on to the tablet version, click on tablet, it's going to be responsive. And also when we click on mobile, it's going to be responsive. What we need to do is to just come to the container itself, and we're going to remove the padding because the padding is too much for mobile version. So what we're going to do is to just, let's say we're going to add 70 to the top, 70 to the bottom, we're going to add 20 to the right and 20 to the left. And there we have it. And I think I missed something when I was working on the mobile version. All right. It looks a little bit too close, so we can just go back to, let's click on publish. So we can just go back to our site settings, and under the global fonts, for the text, click on edit, and for mobile, we can just give it, let's say 1.2. Let's see how this one looks like. 1.2, close this tab. So yeah, this is looking way better. So let's see how it works when we want to create a dark background. So what we just need to do is to just duplicate this container. So click on duplicate. All right, so we're going to click on edit container. We're going to come to style, and we're going to come to classic, and we select this color. So we're going to choose our dark background, and now the text needs to change. Click on the pencil icon, come to style, and click on text color. Then all we need to do is to just click on dark primary. Same thing is going to apply to this, our text editor. Come to style, and on that text color, we're going to choose texts. Okay, and the button works well. So by the time we move on to tablet and then mobile, we're going to see that it is still responsive. So let's publish this. Let's now say later in the future, your brand color has changed, and this purple, let's imagine that I said purple, this is blue. Let's imagine that you've created your whole website. The primary color for the whole of your website is this blue color, and then the dark background is this color that we have here for your whole website. And let's say you have like 10 pages that you've designed with this same color. How do you change them? What you need to do is to just come back to your site settings, and if we come to global colors, this is our primary color, right? So what you need to do is to just click on this primary color. Let's say the primary color has changed to, it has changed to green. You're going to change the colors to green and then click on save changes. All right, so what we need to do is to go back to editor, and right here, our color is going to change from blue to green across all our websites. So instead of manually changing the colors one by one, once you just come to your global color settings, you change your color there. The settings is going to apply to all the colors, all the elements that are getting their colors from your global color. So this is the reason why designing your global fonts and colors before you even start building your website is very, very important. So I hope you learned something in this tutorial. If you did, kindly click on the like button and comment anything I might have missed or any video suggestions for me. And yeah, this is all for this tutorial. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.